All right, today's lesson, we are still working with integers and we are going to work on adding and subtracting with integers. Now keep in mind that when we say to add, we mean to move to the right on the number line. So we have some visual number lines to give examples of this. -3 plus 8. Okay, when we say that, we're saying to start here at -3 on the number line. Notice we've got 0 in the middle. We're moving to the right. The number line goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. As we move to the left of 0, it's -1, -2, -3, and so on, increasing in negatives. The more to the left we are, the smaller the number. The more to the right we are, meaning this side, the larger the number. Okay, so we have -3 plus 8. That means to start at -3 where this big dot is, and it's saying to move to the right 8 spaces. That's what that plus sign means, move to the right. So it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces. It lands right here when we get to 8. So what is the answer then to -3 plus 8? It is 5. And that's how we use the number line. And yes, we could use our calculator. Right now we're just going over examples to show how this works. So to do 1 plus 8, what would that mean on the number line? If you look down here at this number line, that would mean to start at 1, that's what we're doing, and we're moving 8 spaces right. That's what the plus sign meant, to move right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that makes 1 plus 8, 9, like I'm sure you all knew already. Okay, our next problem, number 2, to do -11 plus 9. Well, I'm going to show this on the number line down here as well. -11 would, I'm just going to add that into the number line. That's our starting point. And plus 9 means 9 spaces to the right. So I'm going to start here at -11 and jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces right. I land at -2, and your calculator would show you that as well. -11 plus 9 is -2. Next, on number 3, we have -2 plus 6. Again, that means to start at -2 on our number line, and we are moving 6 spaces to the right because that's what plus means. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands us at +4. -2 plus 6 is +4. Number 4, we have -7 plus 7. So we're going to start at -7 on the number line and move 7 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, landing us on 0, which shows us that anytime we have add 2 opposites, we do make 0. All right, for number 5, we have -21 plus 3. I'll be up here at the top, starting at -21, and then adding or moving to the right 3 spaces. We're going to work 1, 2, 3, landing us at -18. And then number 6 with -9 plus 13, we're going to start down here at -9 and move 13 spaces to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, placing us at +4. All right, so that's working with addition. In class, we will also be using calculators as well. I just wanted to give a visual representation on this video. All right, in this next section, we are working with subtracting integers. And when we say subtract, we mean to move to the left on the number line. So our visual example here, -1 minus 3, we are still starting at -1 on the number line, but subtracting is telling us instead of going to the right like we did last time with plus, we go left 1, 2, 3 places, landing us at -4. So yes, if we had -1, take away another 3, we are now at -4. Or I like to think, hey, I borrowed $1 from my husband, so I owed him $1, and then I borrowed another $3 from him, and now I owe him 4. I'm -4 that I'm in debt to him now. I always like to refer back to money. It seems to help me a lot with negative numbers. Okay, so some more examples here. We have on number 7, 9 minus 4. So these are, again, both positive numbers essentially, but we are working to the left on the number line. We're going to start at +9, and -4 means goes left 1, 2, 3, 4, and you guys know that 9 minus 4 is 5, but that's the reason why. Number 8, we have negative 2 subtracting 5, so our starting place is negative 2 on the number line, and we're going to work 5 spaces to the left of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, landing us at negative 7. Number 9, we have 4 minus 6, so we're going to start at positive 4 and work left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, landing us at negative 2, so there's our answer. For number 10, we have negative 3 take away 3. Now, a lot of people might think that this should be 0, but let's show that why that it is not actually an answer of 0. It's saying to start at negative 3 on the number line, and then we're supposed to move left 3 more spaces. So if we move left, 1, 2, 3, we're at negative 6. So negative 3 taking away another 3 is negative 6. On number 11, we're starting with negative 28, and we are subtracting another 8. So let's start here on this number line down here, negative 28, and we need to move 8 spaces to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, landing us at negative 36. Okay, number 12, we have negative 5 taking away 11. So at negative 5 is our starting point, and we need to move 11 spaces left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We land at negative 16 for our answer. Okay, for this last section of our adding and subtracting integers, we need to be on the lookout for double signs. Sometimes in math, they write 2 different signs, like a plus and a minus, or a minus and a minus together, and we need to understand what that means. So when we have grouped together a plus sign and a minus sign, what does operation are we really supposed to do? It really is read as subtraction. Okay, we are actually minusing still. Plus a negative, it means subtraction. That plus sign was like not necessary, so we can just kind of rewrite it. That's what we're going to practice doing. Rewrite the problem without it there. And then we have sometimes 2 negatives together. Like it might be telling us to subtract a negative number. And a lot of times I like to think of subtraction as telling us to move in the opposite direction. We said it meant to move left. So if it's saying, hey, first time it's saying subtract, it's saying, hey, go left, and then the other negative sign, well, we're changing directions again, which puts us back right. And if you think about what it means to move right, that means to add. So 2 negatives, a lot of times you've probably heard teachers say 2 negatives cancel out. They do, and that means that we have adding or addition as the operation that we're supposed to do. So for 13 through 24, I want us to, we can use our calculator to do this, but first I want to rewrite the problem with the sign or operation that it's really wanting us to use. So for example, on number 13, 2 plus negative 6, that plus and minus together, remember that says it's really subtraction. So this is really 2 minus 6, and that would equal negative 4. Or you could keep using your number line if you want to practice, but calculators are always perfectly fine to use as well. On number 14, we have negative 7 plus negative 1. A plus and a minus together really need to subtract. Negative 7 minus 1 equals negative 8. Number 15, negative 20 plus negative 5. A plus and minus together again, so we have negative 20 minus 5, which is equal to negative 25. Number 16, we have 18 plus negative 2, which plus and minus means minus. 18 minus 2, which is 16. Okay, number 17, we have negative 15, so negative number plus negative 14. This really should be read as negative 15, okay, a negative number, and we're saying to take away 14, so this is going to be a bigger negative number. We're going to be left with negative 29, because we were already pretty left of the number line and then told us to move left more. We get a larger negative number when we do that. Number 18, we say 1 plus negative 7, so that means 1 minus 7. So starting at 1 and moving 7 spaces left would get us at negative 6. Number 9, okay, 19, we're getting at double negatives here. 9 minus negative 2. That double negative gets changed to a plus sign. We change directions twice and we're back to adding. So 9 plus 2 So starting at 9 and moving 2 spaces right, we get 11. Number 20, negative 12 minus negative 3 really means to change this to negative 12 plus 3. So if we start at negative 12 on the number line and move 3 spaces to the right, we are going to be at negative 9. 21, 0 minus negative 10. We're going to change those double negatives to a positive to make this 0 plus 10, which equals 10. 22, negative 6 minus negative 19. We're going to change that double negative to a positive, negative 6 plus 19. We start at negative 6 and move 19 spaces to the right, and we are going to get positive 13. Just a couple more. 23, we have negative 2 minus negative 23. We're going to change that to negative 2 plus 23, which is equal to positive 21. And last but not least, we have 21 minus negative 7. We'll change that double negative to a positive, making this 21 plus 7, which is equal to 28. Okay, so we are going to practice that today in our assignment, and we're going to be on the lookout for double signs and try really hard to remember what they mean, and we can even use our calculators, and it's going to be awesome.